Filbert Gilbert Dilbert comes from a long line of professional monsters from Monsters University, specializing in closet manifestations and underbed terrors. But when he heard about Colburn Lodge and the ghosts and legends there, he applied immediately for residence.
As head monster wrangler, I was intimidated at first. I mean, historical interpretation meets the supernatural, but we seem to get along. And it's been a learning experience for both of us. Filbert Gilbert Dilbert is a gentleman of a monster, and he came with very high recommendations from previous museums who used him to find nocturnal creatures and the supernatural, and basically work with them and build a really nice, wonderful environment at a museum.
Filbert Gilbert Dilbert fully immersed himself and began living at Colburn Lodge.
I'm just so pleased to have Gilbert Filbert Dilbert with us. You know, we've had strange things amongst us for many, many years. Mr. Howard had that dragon on the veranda, and you know it's been missing for the last few years.
Filbert Gilbert Dilbert spent most of his time in Jemima's room, where most of the supernatural activity occurs.
The spirit is here, but it's not really so much evidence. It's nothing really to be afraid of. This house is a very friendly house, but we're very glad to have Gilbert Filbert Dilbert with us because I'm sure he will be able to bring out the best in the spirit. Shall we look for him? Gilbert is sometimes a little bit reticent. Sometimes I find him under the bed.
Gilbert, you know that the dragon is a very nice dragon, and you know how much the little children want to meet you. And you don't want to disappoint Mrs. Howard, do you? No, I didn't think you did, so will you come out now?
Well, we've read the numbers, and Gilbert has really been an asset to the museum. He has stopped a number of supernatural incidents from happening at the lodge, and he's also just been an asset around giving the staff a good scare whenever they sort of needed to get back on their toes. So I'll be bringing in a spreadsheet next week to show the tally of how many supernatural incidents he has actually stopped. So all in all, it's been a great thing to have Gilbert as part of the team. And even though we had to crunch some numbers, it really turned out quite nicely for us. High five, Gilbert.
Filbert Gilbert Dilbert is very thankful to the Howards for both opening their doors and their ghostly hearts to his residency at Colburn Lodge. He hopes that this will open the way for more monsters to live in residency at our local museums to bridge the gap between the supernatural and the tangible world. To learn more about Jemima and the other ghost stories at Colburn Lodge, please visit Colburn Lodge Museum in High Park.